Hey guys, Sid here. Welcome to yet another Hall of Fame interview. And I've been waiting for this interview because Aparna, that you see here on the screen, is an amazing contributor to the ILH community. She is a video excellence coach. She runs a community called Video Excellence Lab. She's crossed over 8 lakhs in this particular vertical in the last 8 months. She came into our community in April 2022 with over 135 paid students in the community. Mumbaikar based in Coimbatore, and she is a part of the Warriors hype. So all of you Warriors, cheer up your fellow member. You just got 5,000 points.
Hey.
Aparna, what a journey! What a journey! And I know, from the time that you came in 2020, the kind of commitment and dedication that you've had in terms of attending my calls, learning. I can clearly see that, and congratulations on this result.
Thank you so much, Sid. Uh, I think this is really special. I feel very privileged, honestly, to even sit and chat with you. I've been watching you from the time I came into the community. I always watched other people's HOF interviews, Hall of Fame
Mm,
interviews, and I was like, wow, what lovely stories. And when I crossed it, I was like, oh my God, did I really reach here?
mm.
So it's been quite a journey, Sid.
Amazing, Aparna. Super proud of the journey. So tell us about,
Thank you.
the point when you got into ILH in 2020. What was going on in your life, and what were
Yeah,
you looking for at that point?
sure. Can I give you a little backstory,
Yeah,
Sid?
let's rewind time. Let's go flashback.
So,
Yeah.
Sid, I'm 43 now. I
Mm.
started off in the media business when I was 17.
Wow.
Um, I started off with fashion shows in college, soon went on to, model for some ad films, had a portfolio and all of that.
Mm.
But I was really very keen on watching what the production guys were doing, what the director was doing. My heart was
Mm.
really there. I thought that
Okay.
was so intriguing. So I went and studied film and television production
Mm.
from Xavier's in Mumbai.
Mm.
And thereon, I worked with a lot of amazing people. I got to work on features, on a lot of content. Okay, back then,
Mm.
whatever we were making.
Yes.
And in fact, I should tell you that I also lived in Chennai for a year. I'll tell you how that
Okay.
happened. I was very gung ho about wanting to work with either Mani sir, Mani Ratnam, or
Mm.
Rajiv Menon. So I had
Okay.
come to Chennai for another shoot,
Mm.
and I just decided to not go back to Bombay. I had a little
Okay.
saving,
Mm.
and I just said I have to try my. I didn't know anybody actually in Chennai. I just
Mm.
figured out some PG something. I used to save my money back then. It used to be 8 rupees for a rickshaw
Wow.
ride minimum, but I used to walk it out. I said, no, 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 just save it. I don't know how long I'll need that saving. And even food I used to eat. Just that tairi sadam you get, on the side of the
On
road.
the carts, yeah.
Yeah,
I,
with a
I
little
I've
lemon
done
chutney.
that too.
Yeah,
Yes.
for $10. I used to save it. I mean, I had decent amount saving, but I thought I don't know how much I'll need it. But within a few weeks, I actually got through Madras Rockies. I got to work, under Mani Ratnam's production. So I think that's the highlight of my 20s.
Wow.
After that, I came back to Bombay. I decided I also want to understand the broadcasting industry. So I worked with Star TV. I
Mm.
was their promo producer, programming producer. I was a launch team of Star One. So like for 4 years,
Mm.
I was there. And then motherhood happened. I
Mm.
had not, I had full plans of going back to work, Sid, but I didn't know I would feel this way when when my baby was born. I just felt like I want to be more with her rather than going out and doing that because I don't want to miss out on that.
Yes. Mm.
So it was a tough call, but it was a very clear call for me at that point, even though I got a
Mm.
lot of flack for it.
Mm.
You're so financially independent. Why are you sitting at home? But I chose
Mm.
that for myself.
Mm.
But what I did was I kept creating videos on charity for people, my spiritual organization, my children's school, wherever
Okay.
I went, so that I didn't want my skill to rust.
Mm.
So I did that. After a few years, I got back to the media. I directed
Mm.
ad films and branded content, and
Mm.
that was doing well. And I also did. I was a creative director for a web series. But again, I thought my kids had grown up, but I realized no, it's not that. If they are inching towards teen years, I still felt the need to be with them.
Mm.
So I was looking for a freedom lifestyle then, Sid.
Mm.
This was in the year 2017, 18. And I
Wow.
said, okay, what's the next best thing I can do? I said, let me jump onto YouTube because I want to be working from home around them when they come back
Yeah.
from school. I want to be doing this. So I launched my beauty content channel called Joy Geeks,
Mm.
JOYGWKS.
Mm.
I did that, and it was lovely for me because my tagline was exploring beauty inside out. I
Yeah.
wanted to empower women to know that we didn't need makeup, we wanted it.
Mm.
The beauty was in knowing the difference. So I felt
Yes.
extremely fulfilled when women came back and said that, they have a lot more self-love, they're accepting of their skin. Now they use
Mm.
makeup for fun. It's not
Mm.
that they feel less without it. So that
Yes.
was going great, Sid. But again, like, when I was 41, I remember speaking to my dad and saying that, by the time I turn 50, I want to have this fancy studio of mine. I should have, done something, so that, I have some studio and something going. And he said, he's quite practical and critical that way. So he said,
Mm.
why are you talking about what you're going to do 9 years later? Tell me what you're doing now about it.
Mm.
I was like, oh, what a bummer. What is he saying? And I said, yeah, he's right. What am I doing about it now?
Mm.
So I quickly Googled digital creator, something video, digital leader, something I looked for, and I found DCM,
Mm.
DMC, Digital Masters
DMC, Digital
Conference.
Masters
Yeah.
Conference.
So next day it was happening, and
Mm.
I just jumped in and I saw you, Sid. I have to say this. You had me at hello. I was like, what is he saying? What is happening? Who are these people? I went through the whole day, and the next day you had um, um, a webinar in collaboration with
Yes.
Arya.
Mm. Yeah.
I just jumped in, Sid. I didn't
Mm.
know what you said, learn how to monetize your skill.
Yeah.
And I had not watched any of what you were doing before. I didn't know anything.
Mm.
But I said, I need to figure this out. Let me jump in and figure out, even though I had not seen any of your content or nothing.
Mm.
So
Mm.
that's, in fact, I called my husband also. And I think both of us were like, oh, you looked so sincere and it sounded so promising with what you were saying. I was
Mm.
willing to pay that whatever 15,000 it was, and then you reduced it. I said, oh God, this is a no-brainer. Let me just jump in. So that's how I jumped in April. And it took me
Mm.
a little while to first figure out that, did I even want to be a coach? Can I be a coach? How am I going to teach video skills like this? Because of course, when it's videos, you have to demonstrate, you have to be able to
Yes.
paint these kind of things. So I had all of those resistances and doubts. But then Sid, you made me a facilitator.
Mm.
So that was like, wow. Of course, I was taken aback because I was not even a freedom finisher then.
Yeah.
But because you made me a facilitator, it gave me an opportunity to know if I even enjoyed teaching video skills, if I could teach,
Yes.
if I was having fun. And I realized that I had a blast doing it. I was like, oh my
Mm.
God, this was so much fun. This seemed like so easy for me to do. And, I felt lovely that I could help people,
Mm. Mm. Mm.
and it was so doable for me. And you empowered me to believe that, because you gave me that opportunity. And suddenly I had like 200 people in the room.
Mm.
So
Awesome. Awesome.
yeah.
What a journey, Aparna. I mean, going from hardcore media stream, media line, being in the forefront of the big channels and all of that, to then taking that step back and now redefining yourself for YouTube to this. Just tell me, before we get into the next part of the journey, which is what all you had to go through
Yeah.
to fix your niche and all of that stuff. No, before
Yeah.
that, uh, what do you think have been the top three biggest transformations you have experienced in yourself after coming to ILH?
Sid, I have to say that there are tons of things. There are
Mm.
systems you have taught us. There are techniques. There are technology, new stuff that I learned. I was never tech shy, but you
Mm.
definitely exposed me to because I always say hug the tech bear, because it
Mm.
allows you to do so much more.
Yes.
So that was, of course, a learning curve. But I think for me, the biggest thing, Sid, just observing you,
Mm.
how you handle people till date. When I come to any call of yours, I'm just observing how gracefully you handle all of us, how gracefully you teach us. I think for me, that has been a huge learning. And really, I think that has been one of the major things. Apart from that, of course, how the team works together, in the
Yeah.
sense how the community is helping each other. When I got into Diamond,
Mm.
when I saw success stories, I realized the power of community. When I first
Mm.
started off with Joy Geeks, I was very happy to do things on my own. I was doing everything by myself.
Mm.
I was
Mm.
okay with that. But when I realized what was happening in the community of ILH, I realized, yeah, definitely community building works like crazy. And also the fact that I had to, um, build that in my head that, okay, fail fast, fail forward.
Yeah.
It's
Mm.
okay if even if I don't know. Everyone kept saying first version, make your version one. But honestly, when the program I made at Video Excellence Lab is not my first version. I have to be honest. I shelved my own videos and I said no, because as a video coach, right, I needed to have a certain quality.
Yes.
I said I
Mm,
can't do it.
mm,
Can't be first version for me,
mm,
especially
mm.
with the experience that I've had. So I said
Correct.
it's okay if I take a little longer, but
Mm.
let me finish stronger. So
Yes.
I allowed
Mm.
myself that time, Sid. I said it's fine as long as I am continuously at it.
Got it. Got it.
So I think just
Awesome.
observing you is beautiful, Sid.
Thank you. Thank you, Aparna. I want to pass it on to Blair because I've been observing Blair for a long time. So just taking that energy from those mentors and trying to emulate. So thank you for mentioning that.
Thank
You
you.
know, it's so important when he says that, you know, it's not about what you teach, but it's the way you teach it. And the more you do it, you'll start to, you know, build that muscle to handle the group, whether it's small or a big group, or, you know, the way that, and you'll, after some time, you'll start to perceive what's running behind their mind, so you can really address that even while it's
Yeah.
inside their mind. So that is the something that will come the more you do it. So how does it feel now, now that you have 135 page students in the community? So congrats on crossing the century mark, which is a milestone. How does it feel now waking up every morning to serving them?
Um, Sid, it's actually very, I think it's a privilege. I always said I love to watch people rise. Like I used to always watch award functions because I used to love
Yeah.
to see the twinkle in people's eyes when they won something.
Mm,
Now I feel as a coach, I'm having the opportunity to help people and watch
yes.
that twinkle in their eye as they just get that eureka moment.
Mm,
So I feel extremely happy when somebody who's not shot any video has first shot. I throw these challenges at them on the spot in a circle call and say, just shoot right now. I throw them,
nice.
into some things that I don't let them think.
Mm,
And then when they do it, some of them are in tears that, oh my God, I didn't think. So it's extremely um, fulfilling
mm,
to be
mm.
able to do that. And I think it took me a lot of courage, but it's
Yeah.
been worth it. And I think it'll continue to take me a lot of courage as we go on.
Yes. 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 Yes.
So it's lovely to see that there are so many transformations that I can watch week on week,
Yeah.
and they keep posting their videos in our Facebook private
Mm,
group
mm.
so that I can keep a track, and they all see
Yes.
each other's videos, so they are empowered. It's a beautiful
Excellent.
system, Sid. Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. I'm so happy. And that feeling is priceless. You wake up to see, okay, one more person, break through that barrier, and that's
Yeah.
amazing. You want to do more.
Mm.
So, what about your, your ability to sell? I'm sure you would have been good at talking on videos and maybe free flowing. You might have not had any stage fright because of your background.
Yeah.
But when it comes to selling, did you go through any nerve cracking moments?
Uh, so Sid, I have to say I didn't have any of those mindset issues that most people have. Keep any, like you don't have to take money, or I didn't have any of those.
Okay.
But and I thought my first webinar would be okay because
Mm.
I don't have camera fear or stage fear.
Yes. Yes.
But I have to still say that because I was trying to, the first webinar at least, because I was trying to follow the script, right?
Yeah.
A certain
Mm.
my close ones could tell me that there was a shift in my energy in the sales part.
Sales part. Mm.
I said, okay, fine, I get that. So I decided to just go because I speak best when it's impromptu
Mm.
without,
Mm.
specific pointers to
Mm.
follow.
Mm.
But I have to say that after I think, I don't know, I must be have crossed 70 webinars now. I
Excellent.
don't know, but I have to say that sales is a different ball game.
Mm.
I am not intimidated by it, but I don't think I have fully cracked it as well.
Okay.
In fact, I feel that every webinar teaches you something new.
Yes.
And but because of all of that energy you've given us, Sid, no matter what, sometimes I've been unwell and whatever, I still go ahead, do the webinar, and nobody would know that I was unwell. So I think that's
Mm.
a win for me. Sometimes the
Yeah.
numbers also don't show up. I felt that no, but I still had a win because I wasn't feeling well or something went
Yes.
wrong. And
Mm. Mm.
so, yeah, it's something that I think I have to keep polishing.
Got it.
I
Got it.
can only imagine what people who, have those initial hiccups. I can only imagine now how tough it must be for them. But
Yeah.
I'm growing, Sid, continuously.
Absolutely. And with every webinar you learn. I mean, that's
Yeah.
and the best part is, like, even for me, after doing so many webinars, still I bomb in some webinars. So that's the part of the game. So you
Yeah,
have to
that's
just live.
that's quite crazy.
Yeah.
So Sid,
Because
I have sorry,
yeah.
sorry. Go ahead.
Because there's also a variation in the audience also. Sometimes
Yeah.
audience is good, sometimes it's, yeah. So what were you going to say? Yeah.
So I was saying that when I first started off, based off your guidance, I was focused on business folks.
Mm,
And in the recent past, I've just realized from the community members who've come in,
mm,
I am, and with my background, I am now focusing on beauty, fashion, and wellness industries because I
excellent.
know they are, more conscious of their presentation, and I know
Mm,
that they will really utilize my experience well. Like I think I can
yes.
really help them move ahead. So I'm very
Mm.
excited about that.
Excellent. And that's what happens in the whole process of niche evolution, right?
Yeah.
Walk us through that. Like, what was your first niche? What did you decide? Then how did you, evolve it to now narrowing it down to, yes, you're going to help video creation, excellence, production, focus on beauty professionals. So tell us about the various, the stages that you went through.
Yeah, Sid, for me, when we went through the niche selection,
Hmm.
of course, I have multiple interests. I am a yoga teacher, I am a beauty content creator, and my largest experience has been in the media, videos.
Yes. Hmm.
So for me, when we did the niche clarity thing, it seemed like a no-brainer because I felt like that was the longest, and I knew even at 65, I'd be so happy to share video tips and take people
Perfect.
forward in
Hmm.
that zone. So that gave me a validation. But then
Okay.
again, I was like, who should I really target? But
Hmm.
because we had just gone through COVID, I knew
Hmm.
for a fact that business folks really needed more help and they had to market themselves so that they can
Yeah.
have more growth and more money. So I said, I think I have to focus on them and I have to
Hmm.
help them break those barriers. So I started off with
Yes.
that, and you'd also help me
Hmm.
validate that.
Hmm.
So I started off with that. Now, because I'm 8 months into this, I realize with the kind of people who've come in, because maybe I feel very, not maybe, in fact, I feel very strongly that folks in the beauty, fashion, and wellness industries will really resonate with me because I come from that background as well
Yes.
more
Hmm.
than businesses, although I have
Hmm.
been helping coaches and
Hmm. Yeah.
different people have come in. But I think if I focus on this, like you've always said, niche riches are in the niches,
In the
um,
micro niches,
in
yeah.
the micro niches. Yeah, because everyone
Mm,
kept telling me that already video marketing is such a micro niche. So I thought it's okay, I've got my niche,
mm,
but I feel that I can do much better
mm.
with what I've been doing. I think it can even scale up better because then I'll be speaking their language. My examples and whatever that stories that
Yes,
I
yes.
share can be focused on them. And I'm gender free,
Mm.
so
Yeah,
I'm not just for women. I'm very happy to teach.
everyone, yeah, especially this
Yeah,
topic of yours. So
yeah,
what's working now is because there is a congruence with your backstory, and there's also relevance to the micro area, the micro market also. So
yeah.
when there's a connection between these two,
Yeah.
there's no doubts it'll work. Your
A lot of
backstory
people
and the micro
should
market.
connect with me because I'm in my second innings, right? I took a break
Yeah.
and I had to find my way
Yes. Yes.
back.
Mm,
So a lot of people who are in their second innings who want to recreate themselves, feel
mm.
more connected because I said I can't come up with a story. What is generally my story I have to share?
Yes. Yes.
So it's been working organically like that.
Superb, superb.
Yeah.
Next question is more to do with the personal development world. And I'm sure you've been through like the Stranger's Secret and all this stuff. Were you doing all of this stuff before, or was it like a new introduction to your life after coming to ILH?
So Sid, I have been practicing yoga since I was a child because my mother was my first yoga teacher.
Amazing. Okay.
Yeah, so I had a beautiful seeding of yogic lifestyle. When
Yogic
I say yoga,
lifestyle.
I don't just mean asanas,
I
what
got
I
it.
ate, how I thought, how I, all of that.
Very nice.
But,
Mm,
and I also went through Shivananda Ashram. I did my teacher's training. I am practicing Sadhguru's
superb. Mm,
practices. So I was doing that,
mm,
which was already a great foundation. But
mm,
with Stranger's Secret, I followed everything you said.
mm,
I've recorded Creed in my audio.
mm.
I listened to it every day. I made sure I heard Stranger Secret twice initially, like you mentioned it. And I think
Mm,
definitely that has a huge power because I
mm.
feel that spiritual practices help me be in touch with myself within. But there's
Yeah,
also a certain way with which you need to operate on the outside.
correct.
So all
Mm,
of these things enable you to have a clear mindset on the actions you need to take or the way you need to move forward. So
absolutely.
that was huge. Yeah.
Yeah, like even for me, I follow the traditional things like the
Yeah.
japa and all of that,
Yeah.
but this really adds like another layer because it's more. we're listening to those same words. It's not Sanskrit or whatever. I mean, you're listening to English language, but
Yeah.
it's somehow just retuning the brain,
Yeah.
and it's helped me tremendously. So glad to know that also
Yeah, even
helped
my
you.
husband listens to it every day. I mean, at that point he was when I first started
Mm,
off, and I shared with so many friends.
okay,
Everyone
okay.
definitely found an impact through
Would
it.
love to have your husband on if he's around. Yes.
Yes, sure. Brijesh?
Yeah.
Yes, right, sure. I'll just share for him.
Nice.
He's
Hi.
Brijesh
Hi, hi,
Sid.
Brajesh. Congratulations to both of you. I know this is not just an Aparna story. It's a teamwork that's there. So, Brajesh, would love to know more from your side. How has the experience been? In the last few months.
First of all, actually, I just want to share my gratitude towards you because thank you so much. I mean, you're such a wonderful person to know,
Thank
and
you.
I think she's in fantastic hands right from the day one when she showed me that this is Siddharth Rajsekar and this is what he does. I think the very idea of freedom lifestyle is something that I think most people seek
Mm.
in their life, and I, she's quite lucky to be in very good hands, I guess. Yeah.
Thank you.
Um,
And what was it like for you watching her, go through that learning phase? And she might have been all for many hours inside the room, attending these webinars. What was that phase like for
Sid,
you?
I have to mention he has not missed a single webinar of mine.
Okay, so
Every
so
webinar of
you've been
mine,
attending her webinars. Okay,
yeah, just then he'll tell me at the end of it how
observing.
your energy was, whatever he has to say,
Mm,
that comments were nice or whatever. He'll always.
but she does think that I wear colored glasses. I don't.
mm.
I'm not critical.
Okay. Mm.
But yeah,
Nice, nice.
it's been amazing actually. I mean, she still is very busy, and I feel nice about the fact that after many years of break, she still, it's something that I feel it's like a gift
Mm.
that's come to her, and
Yeah.
she's taken it, with open arms and completely soaked herself into it.
Mm. Mm.
Feel very grateful about it actually, because
Excellent.
I think most people deserve this, and
Mm.
she's really taken it into her
Yeah.
stride and done really well, I believe.
Mm.
I'm sure
Mm.
you would know better,
Mm.
but I think the very fact that she can empower so many people.
Yeah.
I have teachers in my family, and my elder
Mm.
brother is an educationist.
Okay.
I know what their life is and how important a role they play in everyone's life.
Absolutely. Mm.
So
Mm.
with these 135 students that have come in, and I've seen some of them, and the
Mm.
transformations that are happening is
Fantastic.
extremely good. Yeah.
That's great to know. And on the children's side, like how many kids do you have, and how has it impacted on them? Do they also attend your webinars? Do they give you like feedback and stuff, or editing your videos?
I have to just say one thing on days when I have low sales and I'll be if I'm sitting and sulking, my older one, she said, what happened? And I said, no, today's sales was not good. Man, recently she said, Mommy, I will buy your course, but I don't have the money, but I don't be sad, Mommy. I
Mm.
said so sweet. Yeah.
Yeah.
The children actually have been extremely supportive. They also understand the medium, and
Mm.
I mean, considering both of us are in this field
Mm.
of content creation and video making,
Yes.
so naturally they've been exposed to a lot more of this, and they do their own edits and they do a lot of shooting as well. So
Mm. Are they on
they've
Insta?
taken
Do they have their own?
Oh,
Are they building their
yes.
influence?
Oh, yes,
Mm.
absolutely.
absolutely.
Okay.
And
Nice.
not
Nice.
because we told them, it straight
It just
came from
happened,
them.
Natural.
I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
Mm.
They're just exposed to
Fantastic.
it. So um,
Nice. Nice.
yeah, but it's a good feeling because it's also very intellectual, and I kind of dig that a
Mm.
lot because you're also like I said, transforming people's lives.
Yeah.
No,
Yes. Yes.
it's also exciting, right? Because every person that you are, in her case now, it's more than 100 plus.
Mm.
It's a story, right? Every person is a
Yeah.
story, and then you're
Mm.
transforming them.
Mm.
It's
Mm.
just it's a great fulfillment, I guess. Sort of
Yeah.
definition of success, I guess. Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, I'm super proud of the way both of you have been supporting each other. And of course, Aparna, you're the front face of this, of the initiative, and so glad that your husband is supporting you on this. So, what is your vision for the next like 1 to 3 years? Like, have you been discussing about it as a couple? Like, what is running in your mind?
Yes, Sid. I said I was looking for a freedom lifestyle, which is why Joy Geeks happened. And thank God I had started that off and I got into your community because the big decision we made as a couple for our kids,
Yeah.
they were into Waldorf education. I had mentioned this to you before.
Nice. That's good. I
In
was
Bombay.
gonna. Okay.
Yeah, in Bombay. But when they kind of grew up, that school was kind of new, and we figured that we needed to have an easy transition into IGCSE with
Yeah.
Waldorf as their soul. So for us, the biggest blessing happened because my home was online, my work was online.
Yeah.
I could shift with the kids to Coimbatore because he is also in the media, so he has to be in Bombay. But because as a couple, we took this decision that the kids should get that kind of education. They're in a beautiful school in Coimbatore right now, and he keeps
Nice.
visiting us, or we keep going. It's a decision we made because it
Nice.
would make a huge difference to our kids. So I think that has been very how do you say, key to our growth, because we
Yeah.
feel okay, we are doing certain things right. And work-wise, of course, we have very grand plans, Sid. We are
Nice.
just working on it day by day, and even
Excellent.
with Video Excellence Lab, or for him as a media, he's a creative producer. So
Wonderful, wonderful.
yeah.
Great to know. I mean, this is just the beginning of, like you said, the second innings, the new journey on this impact creation mode. So really proud of both of you, the way that this is the first leg of the journey has unfolded, and waiting to interview next in the Crore Club, 10 Crore Club, 100 Crore Club in the next decade.
Forward to that.
Let's go. Let's take the numbers there. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's going to happen.
And Sid, I am looking forward to join Quantum in December.
Yes, yes.
I'm just
It's
waiting.
Angel, so you're fitting the
Angels.
part. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's amazing.
I would
So
love that.
all of you here watching, if you loved this interview, please hit that like button, comment below. Especially if you're a warrior, you got to like flood Aparna with those comments below on what you learned. And if you'd like to know more about what she does, in my YouTube description is a link. I would highly recommend, especially if you're in the beauty space, you got to get there and learn from her, and she knows what she knows what she does, and she's the best at that. And if you'd like to be a part of the Internet Lifestyle Hub, go to internetlifestylehub.com and join this bigger family that we have with over 15,000 members right now and growing. And this question I like to ask at the end, Aparna, which is the one thing, and I'll pass it on. I'll start with you, Aparna, then your husband. So, what is your one success principle, Aparna, that you have lived by and that you'll continue to live by for the rest of your life? What is your one success principle or secret?
Sid, I had shared this in Super Speaker, in fact, which also happened thanks to you because Suren came to our inner circle call.
Yeah.
I truly believe in lights, camera, action. I think it's a combination of these three things that we do. Lights, like I said, keep your inner fire lit. We have to keep working on our inner strengths. And camera is what I call as a vision we have for ourselves.
Yeah.
If we have certain goals, we really visualize that for ourselves. And action is what we finally do with it, not just sit ideating, but actually put that into action. So I feel I keep checking myself, lights, camera, action. Have you done this? Have you done this? Have you done this? I think that is a fabulous success principle for you to keep marching on. Otherwise, I feel you may get successful, but if your inner work is not done, you can be all over the place. And I think it's a nice threesome to hold on.
Perfect. Love it, love it. Lights, camera, action. That's a great thing to remember. And what about you, Brijesh? What is your one success principle that you would like to share?
Definitely not better this what you just said. But for me, I think success is about really transforming people and trying to empower people. And with my work, with whatever projects that I do or stories that I try to tell, I always try to seek for things that can influence them, make them better, somehow. I get fulfillment from that. And probably that's the path that I'm going to eventually, take and build stories around that idea of success.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. Yeah. So how you can make someone's life better through whatever we are doing.
I must say that both of you are extremely inspiring.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's I'm just lucky that I have her as my partner and my wife.
Ditto.
Amazing.
Yeah,
amazing.
I feel the same. And Sid, before we end, I have to also say that everything that you taught me that I am utilizing in my video coaching.
Nice.
I also applied few of that in my beauty creation space, and I have to credit you for a lot more money I made in that space.
That's awesome. That's
because I used your apps. I used whatever, so many things that you had taught. I used it
excellent.
there. Yeah.
Great, Aparna. Thank you for acknowledging. And this is just the beginning, waiting to, see both of you scale, grow to the next level. And yeah, let's do this together. Wish you all the
Yes,
best.
Sid. Thank you so much, Sid. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.